Live from the O'Brien Services Stadium Studios, this is the fifth quarter.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fifth quarter. This is the place for the best high school football coverage in the Cape Fear. It's Football Friday. I'm Dustin Dorsey. That's Joe Catanacci, the proud new father. Now, Joe, before we talk a little football, talk to me about your week and your new baby girl.
It's been a crazy week, Dustin, to say the least. So many friends, family, my wife, new baby. It's great to have a new addition to the family. First time since I was in college, I think, where I've put together 3 or 4 consecutive sleepless all-nighters. So getting adjusted for sure, but happy to be back here with you.
And we are happy to have you. Congratulations from all of us here. Now, let's get into a little football, shall we? Let's talk that. Let's do it. Since dropping their game to East Bladen, the Whiteville Wolfpack have been on an absolute tear. The team has averaged 52 points a game. Tonight they faced off against the West Bladen Knights, looking to light up the scoreboard once again. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's head over to the castle. There we go. It's the Wolfpack, it's the Knights, and let's get this thing going.
Things get started with Whiteville's Ty Moss, a familiar name out there in Columbus County, following his lead blockers nice down the field here near sideline, gets inside the red zone, inside the 15-yard line.
Then he gives it to Keyshawn Bellamy, who finds the end zone. 6-0 Pack. Knights aren't going anywhere, though. Look at Karan Washington on the keeper around the edge here. He gets the score. 7-6, they're taking the lead right here.
Great little misdirection there by Karen Washington to set up the score.
But it's Ty Moss. This is why he's a player of the week for the fifth quarter right here. Nice little run into the red zone. Then he hands it off to Quentin Smith. That takes the lead, and it's all Wolfpack from there. They continue their high-scoring season. 56-21 is the final from West Bladen. Pack win again. Now, keeping things in Bladen County, the Eagles look to fly high, and it's homecoming night. Shout out to the Corvette right there. Congratulations to the newly crowned king and queen. Now, here's a king of the football field right here.
That's a big boy right there. Xavier McDowell with a nice run to set up this touchdown here. East Bladen, Eric Chansey, touchdown. It's East Bladen 27-14 over Fairmont at this point.
And the defense really locks down. Check out the play in the backfield. Boom! That is a helmet popping hit right there. And Fairmont on the attack. They're trying to keep this competitive. Derek Arnett goes to Jordan Birch. But look at the not-so-sincere hit by Sincere Smith here.
Laying the wood right there at the safety position, allowing the catch to happen, and then good form tackle to put it to a stop.
A little tip drill in the end zone, but great defense right there by Shy Pone. Defense really kept Fairmont at bay right there. Final score, 42-38. Eagles win in a thriller on that one. Now, let's give some love to the West Columbus Vikings, who played host to St. Paul's on this beautiful Friday night. St. Paul's gave the Vikings a big task tonight. Look at Caleb Inman on the big run around the edge here. This sets him up deep into the red zone here, Joe.
Yeah, but right after this, it's Noah Wheeler who keeps it on the read option. Bulldogs all over the Vikings in the third quarter in this one.
That's the quarterback. He's not giving it to Inman there. He's taking it himself. But, hey, these boys from West Columbus, they have heart. Let's check out, look at the deep pass right here, going up top to Daywan Hadi, bringing it in. Look at the run and the catch after.
Quarterback trying to evade the pressure there, just kind of chucked it up, and there he is, number 7, playing a little center field in the middle of the football field to make the catch, take it upfield, touchdown for a big win here tonight.
Yep, there it is right here. The touchdown, that is the lone one for West Columbus. Another rough week for the Vikings. Bulldogs are too much for West tonight. They win 48-6. Now over to Lake Waccamaw. The great students at Columbus County Career Academy bring you the Stallions versus the Gators.
Yeah, I know you watched South Columbus last year in a deep run of the playoffs. Well, once again here tonight, laying the emphasis on what should be another good run for the Stallions moving into later this season. Traquan Bellamy into the house.
That man, he is doing it. He is the reason they are undefeated right now. That makes it 7-0. It's 14-0 now, and look at the run again right here.
A little snake charmer there. Far sideline, near sideline, gets into the end zone, knocks over the pylon. Referee says touchdown Stallions.
That's why he's a playmaker. Here's a nice playmaker right here. Fisher Reeves, Kenzie Bowen. He get wide open like that on South Columbus.
Well, the quarterback did a good job there, using his eyes to move the defense to one side of the field, reverses, wide open touchdown. And here's another East Columbus touchdown, defensive side.
It's Bowen again. Scoop and score. Say goodbye. 64 yards for the touchdown. But hey, Joe, when you need to calm things down, shift that momentum, give it to your star. It's Bellamy again.
Yeah, right around the left edge, moving through, using his blockers to find a little seam on the far side of the football field. Easy touchdown for Traquan Bellamy.
Undefeated season rolls on. It's another huge win for the Stallions. Final score from Lake Waccamaw, South Columbus 48, East Columbus 14. Now, Joe, it's time to give a little love to those Three Rivers stars. East Bladen, Whiteville, South Columbus are going to make some serious noise in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, great to see East Bladen, nearly let one slip away, but they hold on. Anytime you get a close football game, you enjoy it, and you enjoy the win when you can pick up a close one, 42-38 over Fairmont.
You know, you got to keep them honest a little bit there. Now, hey, Football Friday is off and running, but we are not done yet. It's time to check in with the Mid-Eastern Conference and, of course, our game of the week. Keep it locked in right here to the fifth quarter. We are back once again, and you are watching the fifth quarter. All right, Joe, it's time for that Mid-Eastern Conference, and it was a big night tonight in Bucktown. If there's one thing I've learned in sports, never underestimate an opponent in a rivalry game. This was the mindset for New Hanover tonight when they visited Laney High School, where the Bucks took things down to the wire last year. But this is 2017, so let's hand things over to John McHugh to see how this battle went. John?
Thank you, Dustin. Well, when you think of high school football in New Hanover County, you think of two schools, Hoggard and New Hanover. And, well, in last week's game of the week, Laney dropped a tough one at Hoggard, and tonight they hosted New Hanover. But Laney wasn't reeling. They came into this one undefeated at home, outscoring opponents 115-26 on their home turf. They took the field in Bucktown tonight with one thing on their mind, an upset. Let's take you to Bucktown for our game of the week. New Hanover has beaten Laney every year since 2008. Laney came close with a 1-point loss last year, but on their first drive, they fumble it, and it's picked up by New Hanover. It's the big boy, Nas Brown. That gives New Hanover great field position. Very next drive, Blake Walston slings it out to Freddie Taylor for the first touchdown of the game. That makes it 7-0 Wildcats. Now after a great kickoff return, good field position for Laney, but they botch the handoff, fumble again, and again New Hanover falls on it. Wildcats with that momentum drive down the field, and they hand it to who but Wiz Vaughn. He sheds a few would-be tacklers, jukes away, and he sails into the end zone. That makes it 14-0 Wildcats. Laney would hang around in this one, but New Hanover pulls away in the fourth. They take it 45-6. New Hanover will try to keep their streak alive next week against West Brunswick at Legion Stadium, and Laney will try to stop their two-game skid on the road at Topsail. Dustin and Joe.
Well, thank you, John. From one powerhouse to the other, Vikings hit the road to Charlotte. They are taking on the Trojans, and shout out to our friends at ATMC for the highlights.
Vikings on the move early in this one. Josh Jones, quarterback, finds C.J. Pipkin, turns it around 31 yards for the opening touchdown in the first quarter.
That was a nice one. Vikings already starting hot. Now let's get into the second quarter now. Josh Jones at it again, going up top, deep to Anthony Scavone. That is a great connection right there, and it sets up this. Josh Jones calls his own number here, Joe.
Josh Jones, quarterback for Hoggard, has been a standout for the last couple of seasons, continues to make his mark on the Mid-Eastern Conference, one of the top 4A teams in the state right here in the Hoggard Vikings.
That man is a playmaker. 4 different receivers score. Jones accounts for 5 touchdowns, and the Vikings take the victory on the road. 45-7 is your final score. Let's head over to Topsail now. Pirates are looking to right the ship against South Brunswick. Coming off an overtime victory, did the Cougars.
Opening kickoff right here. It's Isaiah McDonald for South Brunswick. He takes it and hits the Jets for the Cougars. A huge return. what you want to do on the road. Make a statement early, and that's exactly what Isaiah McDonald did. Get South down deep into Topsail territory. The Cougars are in business.
Yes, they are. That's a way to start it off right here. Later on that drive, Mason Phillips off the receiver, off the corner, and to the linebacker, Grayson Capico. Pirates take over the ball here.
And here's Jacob Floyd, the Topsail Pirate quarterback, with a pass to the big man, Hayden Walsh, right across the middle. Good hands for the big man right there. Runs over a tackler and rumbles down in for the Pirates to, I believe, get on the board here after the first down.
Actually, no. It's a fumble. They're looking for the score, but South says, no, no, no. Joe, this can't be another scoreless game right here until overtime.
South Brunswick struggling to put points on the board, but we see here, get it to your playmaker. There's Mason Phillips, the quarterback. He says, I'm going to get into the end zone for South Brunswick.
Yes, he did. Touchdown Cougars. South Brunswick adds another score. They pull off the upset victory on the road. Big win for Coach Rocky Lewis and this team. 14-3 is the final from Hampstead. Finally, let's finish things off here in Wilmington, where the Screaming Eagles and the Scorpions are looking for their first conference win of the year.
You know, points have been hard to come by for Ashley over the last couple of weeks, but that was not the case for the Garnet and Gold tonight. Before we get to Freddie Thames' big night, we get a blocked field goal there by Elijah Wilson, and there he is, Freddie Thames. He had over 200 yards rushing in this ball game, turns upfield for a big chunk of yards early in the contest.
Then he goes ahead and finishes this drive off. He wants to find the end zone. They haven't found it much recently, but they're finding it tonight. There's a beautiful touchdown right there, and they keep going with the ground game, but Freddie, you can't put the ball on the ground, bud.
A couple of fumbles tonight for Ashley. Fortunately, it did not hurt him. There's Bryce Dayberry jumping on the loose ball for North Brunswick.
And then here they go. Look out. Big boom. Look at the big hit right there. That one hurts. I don't know. There may have been a flag on that one. There's no flag on this one. Look at the end around right here for the Eagles.
Zach Williams on the reverse, actually, and able to find the far side of the football field for the touchdown. It's 14-0 Ashley late in the first quarter.
They keep things going. Freddie Thames again, finding the edge. He moves it around the corner. He finds the end zone. Huge night. Ashley pitches the shutout. 41-0. No more shutouts for the Eagles. They're winning 41-0. Big win for the Eagles. Week after week, we talk about these guys, but you know what? We got to give a little shout out to the other guys that are not Hog or New Hanover. Mid-Eastern Conference, there are some other good teams that we just seem to lose in the Battle of Wilmington there.
Yeah, New Hanover and Hoggard are definitely the class of the Mid-Eastern Conference this year. But like we said earlier, South Brunswick losing a couple of close games early in the season. They're able to pick up a big win here tonight. 2 wins in a row. Ashley gets off the high with a 41-0 win over North Brunswick. Good to see some teams get in the win column this week.
Shout out to all those boys out there. Hey, 8 fantastic games and plenty of fantastic playmakers. We'll meet our latest Players of the Week nominees and unveil our Play of the Week right after this.
Let's take a look at our Week 8 scoreboard.
This is the 5th quarter.
Welcome back to the 5th quarter. It's time now for our Play of the Week. Only the best of the best are considered. So let's get to it. Where are we heading, Joe?
We are heading back over to Columbus County for this play. It's East Columbus who are the Play of the Week, rather.
Look at that, Kenji Bowen. Strip, scoop, and score. Robbie Spencer, he's a former 5th quarter Player of the Week. He doesn't do that too often, but that was a great play by the Gators. Got to give some love to these guys. They're still looking for their first win of the year, but that's a heads-up football play.
Yeah, typically you'd want to just jump on a loose ball if you're on defense and get a fumble like that, but great athleticism right there. Hand-eye coordination by Kenji Bowen. 64 yards to the score for East Columbus on the fumble recovery. The scoop and score for Kenji Bowen.
What a play that was. Now let's give some love to our playmakers this week. Freddie Thames. This kid played like a grown man tonight, over 200 yards in the first half alone. He finished with 251 on the ground and 3 touchdowns in the Ashley win. And here's 2 familiar names. We always hear them. How they've not been voted the Player of the Week before. It's Blake Walson, 399 in the air and 5 touchdowns. Josh Jones, 4 total scores, no picks, and 241 in the air. That is a beautiful one. Make sure you follow WWAY Sports on Twitter. Make your voice heard. Starting at midnight, we'll announce the winner Tuesday on WWAY Sports. Now we want to thank you all for coming in and joining us tonight. We will go ahead and see you next week. Football rolls on. See you, everyone.